Fox and Friends today, just ruminating on what could be involved in the rise in crime. The violent crime, broadly speaking, has not risen. Murders have gone up, but crime itself has not gone significantly up.
And also just coming out today, it seems like, at least in New York City, homicide rates are at lows that haven't been seen in quite a long time.
There is, I mean, undoubtedly, part of
Right.
this was a function of COVID. I mean, I think a big part of it,
And the
frankly,
media
was.
exercise, yeah.
But here is Steve Ducey, Rachel Campos Duffy, and Brian Kilmeade sort of waxing on what could be involved in this. Remember, they're not doctors.
When you walk out on the streets of New York City, you said it smelled like
urine and pot.
Okay.
Not a great morning show
But
image, but it's true.
Right. But the pot part is particularly important because after the shooting in Washington, D.C. on Thursday night, on Friday, the chief cop in Washington, D.C. made a connection that too few leaders in Democratic-run towns are doing, and that is he finds a direct connection between the violence and pot usage. Here's Robert Conti.
We have taken on a mindset that marijuana is not really a big issue in our city. I can tell you that marijuana undoubtedly is connected to violent crimes that we're seeing in our communities. When you have something where people get high reward, they can make a lot of money by selling illegal marijuana, and the risk is low, the risk for accountability is very low, that creates a very, 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 very bad situation because those individuals get robbed, those individuals get shot at, those individuals get involved in disputes all across our city. I'm seeing it happen more and more.
And he's not alone. In other cities, they're doing it as well. But what are they going to do? It's hard to put the toothpaste back in the tube. They've legalized pot in a bunch of places, and now they've seen violent crime spike.
Pause it.
They're going to say, you know what, we made...
Like, I just have to point this out before they move on. The guy was saying it's the prohibition that's causing the crime, not the pot in and of itself.
They haven't. It's the decriminalization as opposed to the black market that is associated with selling it.
Right.
Wait. He's a DC head, the chief cop of DC. It's legal in DC.
Yeah.
He just said it's illegal in DC. So he doesn't even have the facts straight, and he's the head cop of DC.
I think he's talking about illegal sales. I think he's talking about black market sales.
Why would there be illegal sales when it's legal in DC?
I don't know if they've set up a regime to.
I think it's just decriminalized in DC
to market it.
Yeah.
No, it's legalized. You remember the TYT party where the pot distributor handed out pot to us, Emma, at the White House Correspondents' Center, fully legal. It was a DC distributor where you could purchase.
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's.
I know you don't because it was a very fun.
I'm looking how to get weed in DC. Cannabis is legal in Washington D.C., but there's no dispensaries like you'd find in Denver, Seattle, or Los Angeles.
That's the point. The sales are probably illegal. I mean, the sales are still black market, and so without any type of so you have, basically none of the sort of the regulations and the protections that are associated with just selling it from dispensaries like stores. I mean, he's basically saying we have a black market. And black market often brings violence. But we should also be clear that the rise in homicide rates, to the extent that it is happening, New York, July is the lowest it's ever been, to the extent that it's happening, is happening in both Republican and Democratic cities across the country.
I guess we can keep going, but I don't know.
Yeah, let's keep going. It's the smell of urine and piss. Urine's okay. Piss, I mean, the smell of piss is bad.
It's the middle of summer.
Pot, no good.
Yeah, well, and New York has never smelled like urine and pot before this time.
Right.
In the middle of summer, it always smells like urine.
Of
Welcome
course.
to New York. It's just melting urine. It's horrible. Air-conditioned juice and, hot urine. That's what you get.
They're going to say, you know what, we made a mistake.
Well,
they should because obviously the chief's numbers support what he said.
I'm really glad that the chief brought this up because it's a very touchy topic because pot has just been so normalized in our culture. But he brings up the point that there is a nexus between pot and violent crime, and it's not just the buying and selling. It has mental health effects. You have a higher chance of schizophrenia, of having psychosis. I mean, there's actual data behind that. People ignore that, and the pot lobby is very powerful. It is very powerful, and they're normalizing it with our children. If you come out against it, you're just an old fuddy-duddy.
Well, and what the chief said, he said, look, there are people who are being robbed to get the money to buy more pot.
Right. Senator Schumer is going to try to make it national, become legalize it nationally.
He's like looking at him
Walk
like,
out on the streets.
Okay, my question is, where is
So
they're
jacked up, I
like
need
giving
to
up
get
on the
more
Joe
money to
Rogan
buy more
base?
pot. Mellow out.
Wait, what's the guy's on the right's name? I always forget his name. The brown hair.
Kill me?
Kill me. Thank you. I like know him, but his face the whole time is just like, I don't know if I can go with this one. No, but how are they going to keep their Joe Rogan base?
They don't.
Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine them saying, like, beer is getting so normalized these days. Like,
And you know what's more powerful than the pot lobby? The pharmaceutical lobby, which has been a primary reason, and the alcohol lobby, which has been a primary reason for the prohibition of marijuana for this period of time. But
Well, I like the idea that they actually are complaining about a lobby.
yeah,
Like it's something they never ever do.
but they know their audience, right? I mean, you just said Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan knows his audience. Their audience watching Fox and Friends in the morning is 75 plus, and they want to hear about how those kids are ruining, their brains, and it's not cool.
That's the best part about it when she goes like, "You can call me an old fuddy-duddy," and everybody out there watching goes like,
Yeah,
we're all fuddy-duddies. I agree with her. She's not a fuddy-duddy.
She's
a
young and
lady.
I can see her legs.
She is a young lady. Oh my God, it's the pot and piss smell. God. Magna Venema stole.
Magnanimous.
No. Man gave names to all the animals. Defund the police.
Okay.
Folks, there's more of what you've just saw where that came from. That's if you hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you. Really. Thank you.